thing
Oh
open on
yeah.
the side, and I saw it. Oh, look at you.
I do a micro panel. I have some monster behind me that I flex for the camera to let them know that,
Very nice.
we appreciate their support in running this event. And we're running the event and supporting this event rather, so that there's more Dota and some prize money, of course. But yeah, I'm flexing a little bit of production value here. It's taking me back
Per
to like
usual.
to 2014, 2015 when I have to like do all the switching myself. We only have a limited amount of staff here at BTS, considering what's going on with the lockdown, and most of them are over running ESL, which obviously has a lot of games going. So
Wow, they're really running their time here. They're really bamboozled by that ogre pick.
how dare they go back for that damn ogre again, persistent bastards. Let's see what MSS could be playing. It's a Legion again. All about the
Who is it
run
this for?
back.
Why didn't they just take the Tusk? It would literally be the same draft.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think the
Viper's like, I
Tusk
want
is
to play
better.
my other hero. This is his other favorite hero, right? He loves Tusk and Rubik. It's those two, I'm pretty sure.
I bet they would not have picked the ogre if it was a Tusk, but they see a Rubik and they're like, yeah, ogre's good now. The only reason the ogre lost was because the Tusk was beating his ass in the laning phase, so now the ogre feels more comfortable taking it to him. Legion Commander is still great to have. The Purge will be nice, and unfortunately, it's not as fun when you're not going against a bristleback to turn. If you do a
Yeah.
Mars, it's unfortunately not going to be as easy.
Still super nice for your gyro. Like, let's say the Mars does get, that spear, right? If you do get spear to the wall, they get the burst combo. You're just dead.
True.
Now you have the dispel. You get you get your chance to click your BKB or whatever in situations. It's nice. Now they have double save too.
I want to make sure I actually have my Radiant and Dire correct on this one. I do not. I
Am
need to
I
swap this.
am I lagging by the way? Because my internet's been a little shaky since yesterday.
What do you mean, like through the voice? I don't hear any voice lag
Yeah,
at
is
all.
my
No,
okay? Good. That's
no.
good.
As far as I know, you sound totally good. Chat,
Cool.
let me know if he sounds bad. I'll be happy to fix it. I got you guys up in the far corner of my eye over here. If anything
Cool.
is
Cool.
alright.
We had some
Quincy,
intense winds yesterday, and we didn't really have like power flickers, but my internet was
winds.
running a little bit slow.
Has the weather been pretty bad there? Like, are you getting like wintry winter over there or anything, or has it
No,
been sunny?
nothing, man. We've had ridiculous weather. We've had one day was like 70, and then we had snow mid March. We had like a day of
Oh,
snow,
I hate
and
that.
it's been kind of just chilling, chilling like the spring/winter weather.
Freaking bipolar seasons. I am very familiar with
Yeah.
in New York. It's been like that a bit here too. Rainy all week, and then today was super sunny and nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
Okay.
Shadow Fiend pickup, the raises, the burst potential. He doesn't know yet who he's going against, but they're willing to flex the Shadow Fiend regardless, and probably just ban out anything that would be scary to go against here with their final ban.
Shadow Fiend. Okay. So good magic damage versus Wyvern. You have good burst. But you picked it into Rubik loves playing versus Shadow Fiend, I know, like always. But you do have a combo now too, right? Shadow Fiend plus Mars. You Requiem inside your Mars ult. People just can't control themselves. They've run into the walls.
Yeah, no, it definitely has
Okay.
potential. I'm just nervous that they don't even know his lane matchup yet, but they feel confident
Yeah.
picking it up. And they don't have last pick, so we'll see. They do have one more pick to potentially support it, but they already have all these big meaty heroes. I wager it's just what is it? The
team pick.
Brax pickup rather. Oh no, Brax is playing Mars. Yeah. Brax is on Mars.
They need their carry. They need
Moo.
Moo.
Yeah, they're Moo. That's right.
I mean, do they just Wraith King again versus Gyro?
Yeah, Wraith King is not bad. Legion Commander is not even too much for pop. Like so what if you duel and kill his first life? Not a big deal. They definitely long-winded fights remaining. Here. I don't know if even like the bristle has a spot. Razor. Ooh. All right.
Okay. That's nice. That's actually pretty nice. That's good for lane and in the grand scheme of the whole game. He just sticks on the gyrocopter.
Yeah, but who's going mid? Shadow Fiend Razor?
Shadow Fiend. Razor safe lane versus to deter the Legion and to make the Legion have a shitty game.
Okay.
I think at least.
Yeah, I don't know. Watch Quincy do some, and then we have this merry-go-round with the lanes in the matchup here.
Now, what could they pick for Quinn versus SF? Guess we'll find out right now. It's just gonna be Lena.
Remain
Okay, so TA was
Wow.
banned, so they just go for a traditional.
Hey, just going to be Lena. No, 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 sir. We have not seen much Lena in this meta. Let me tell you. It felt maybe more traditional before, but
Okay.
I'm telling you, Lena does not see much play. This is a little different. I mean, I
Okay.
don't think there's much more to it. Has she been changed in 7.25? I don't think
I
so.
think she only got.
Maybe
Hmm.
nerfed, if anything. I don't remember anything
Nerf, I think,
super
was the only
positive
thing.
coming her way, but I'll tell you right now, it's definitely new. It might just be a great solid. Of course, Quinn knows how to play the hero, and it might be a great just flat lane matchup. But to see her in a
That's the thing.
game,
That's why I was saying like, oh, Lena. Like I was
yeah,
just saying like the older Shadow Fiend matchups where it's like TA, Puck, Lena, Quap. That was kind of the big four, and
yeah,
this is one of them. Okay. I
but
haven't I haven't seen Lena at all. I've just been seeing like Death Prophets all the time, so I don't know how this hero is
yeah,
either.
no, no, me too. That's what I'm saying. It feels like it's been a
Yeah.
while since seeing the Lena in the game, and looking at it, could be a good pick. Has burst potential. A lot of big brawlers here on the side of business associates, but the
Hmm.
name of the game so far has been if you're able to win the laning phase and build up that momentum, it's really hard for the other team to take back. But the failsafe for at least in the first game for Quincy Crew was they had all that team fight. Trying to look at the lineups now, they have decent team fight, certainly better than the last game we're looking at Quincy Crew. And then for business associate side, also pretty damn good considering the arena, the requiem, and such. Uh, I don't know how you feel about the draft. It looks pretty close to me.
I just don't know where to put Lena right now. I don't know what.
Mhm.
I can understand why they picked it. Like they see the SF and the Razor, and they're like, okay, if we pick a melee, they might put the Razor mid and just mess up anything. This is like the best versus both of those. Good burst with the Legion Commander as well. Good setup as well with the Wyvern. That's the thing I do like about the Lena is Wyvern Curse into a Dragon Slave is a nice double stun, or into a Light Strike Raise, most of the time a nice double stun or triple stun.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. I don't know. Ogre Snapfire, they went for it again, right?
Yeah,
This one did not have very high success last time around, so let's see if they can actually fix up the problems that they had last game.
yeah. See if the problem was mainly the Tusk matchup in the laning phase, or if it was something else here. Maybe Fear just has the new Arcana and really wants to show it off. I don't know how you feel about it, but I like my ogres walking on their own legs. Not about this mount life. It's not really, Then again, you do like World of Warcraft. Maybe you'll be all about the mount life here.
It confuses me. This one confuses me. Okay, so let's see. Viver top with an LC. Razor Ogre. Okay.
Yeah, Moo should be able to bully in the lane. It'd be a rough time, I imagine, for the Legion Commander to deal with the Razor, and they're not trying to shift up the lanes in any sort of way for the mix-up here. So Moose and Brax Mars will be joining through the bottom lane. 9 Shadow Fiend versus the Lena is a very traditional style mid matchup. This is all going to come down to the fundamentals and the mechanics. I've seen lots of games, of course, with Quinn. Not so much with Nine. I don't know if you have a take on Nine as a player at all, if you've played with them in pubs in the past, but I imagine Quinn is going to be the favored mid laner in this one.
Yeah, I'd say it's close. I would favor Quinn a little bit, but I do like 9 overall too. I don't know him that well, and I have not actually played with him as much as I have, I guess, with Quinn. I know people have their own opinion about Quinn, especially in pubs, run down mid or whatever, but strong mid laner.
Yeah, been lots of fun pub action as of recent. If you're ever have the time to check the message boards here, we have top lots of trades happening there. They scatter on the side. There's the ward set up here. No side camp has been blocked for the bottom half. Keep checking back on this mid lane to see how the first few waves pan out. Quinn is able to kind of creep in some good denies in the first wave. So he is going to be inching ahead in the XP field just a little bit. And it's Alina. It's been a while, but I imagine it's still more of the same here. Look out for that level 6. And then Shadow Fiend, I don't know how much he wants to hang in the lane. He always has that capability of bouncing back to the jungle to kind of, still bring in the farm. But how often he goes against Alina and how polished and warmed up he is to it is potentially another factor.
definitely a good lane for Lina. You see 9, he's having to actually use his raises pretty much every single time just to secure last hits. He can't actually use them as often to harass since it is such a long range hero. And Quinn also has a lane ward. So you see he's constantly, every time 9 steps up, he's giving him like 1, 2, 3 extra harass hits as this Lina. So Quinn gonna have a very good time there. Top, like you mentioned, the Legion Commander will be the one that suffers, but I feel at the moment, I feel Quincy should have 2 successful lanes.
Yeah, Moo is getting a lot of good denies. Not really outpacing in the CS front right now. At least, MSS is able to get in there and still get plenty of last hits going. Trying to go for a side pull here from Biver's side. Good interception from Fear. Doesn't allow it to get too staggered on that front. Touching base with bottom. Mars Brax, he's got 12 CS to his name right now. Yawar with 11. It looks like all the cores are kind of getting their own farm, it looks like, for now. Only Quinn is kind of really inching ahead in his lane matchup, but
he's playing it super well. Actually, I've been watching mostly mid.
Oh, Brax bottom.
Clutch little attacks. Oh, Moose.
Yeah. Moo's now the one in trouble. Has to juke his way through the trees. SVG trying to cover one front, but Moose ends up running right into him, and that will be your first blood. It does go to Yawar. That was a good approach from Quincy, aligning a lot of pressure onto Brax, forcing Moose to have to step in and assist with Brax, but that puts himself into an awkward spot, and it's going to be Quincy who do get that first kill.
Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering how. I was like, this Snapfire is pretty in right now.
Yeah, they made a real hard shot at Brax. Almost got him down, but as we saw with Moose, stepped in, saves his life, throws his own away. He's a martyr in his own right.
People, I mean, this is definitely a good display if anyone wants to watch like Lina versus SF. I think Nine's getting a little bit unlucky with some plays, but Quinn is playing it perfect. He's using his attack speed buff perfectly to make sure that he gets like these extra denies. He has 8 denies versus the SF. I think that's pretty huge.
He's just banking
He's doing really well.
Banking on how Lina just rocks SF in the laning phase. Not anticipating that there's any sort of problems with interception. The one benefit, it looks like Nine is going to get the Arcane Rune top. That's more to take it away from Quinn. If Quinn got the Arcane Rune, he'd be like really in trouble.
He's still getting pressured pretty hard, and this is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I thought maybe boots were coming up, but no, not yet.
Oh, it's not good for sure. It would be so much worse if Quinn also had access to a full amount of regen. He could really go off on Hinge, and he's pushing his way to that level 6. He's 5.5. Well, 9 is not even 5 yet.
Well, he's pressing his advantage right now.
Here we go.
Right on top of him for the raises.
There he goes. Dragon Slave right clicks. Wand comes out, and 9 will survive. Just barely.
He played it safe. He didn't want to eat that third raise because he has the 2 Shadow Raise stacks, but he threatened him enough to send him back to base. That was perfectly done by Quinn. He actually first 2 raises were used, and then he immediately gets on top of him so he can't actually eat another one and get a stack. So really nicely done. Pushes advantage at the 5-minute mark. Gets this bounty rune 2 for himself. That was perfectly done by Quinn.
Quincy crew will get both those bounties on the bottom, maybe even more. The nice spear out from Brax, shoving Yawar into the tree, will allow them for the follow-up takedown. Good move in from Business Associates. Maybe taking advantage of the step away from SVG, going for that bounty rune. In the meantime, Moose gets out his own kill. Could cost him his own life. No, he's fine. He makes it away and will salve up. Fiverr to fall. Moose able to get the kill there. And suddenly, just after seeing that initial takedown from Quincy Cruz, Business Associates get 2.
Yawar has to be a little more careful of his HP bottom. I think if he's sitting at like a higher threshold, they can't actually kill him when they do those aggressive moves because they have a certain amount of burst damage between the 2 of them. So he just has to watch his HP a little bit more. Nice backward spear there by Brax, pushing Yawar away. And Yawar's actually, that's not his range drop, right? That's SVG's range drop in his bags?
For Yawar, yes, SVG's range drop in his backpack.
I think maybe he didn't realize, but he's had that for about a minute. Mid lane.
Ooh, yeah, there's our first Laguna, and it's a success. Blasting down and finish off Little Grandma. And it gets it done. Sorry, chat, I left the little draft overlay on a bit too long. Oh, God, that brings me back to leaving draft overlays on. That one, luckily, not too intrusive, but we get it taken out. Uh-oh, yeah, 9. 9 inching his way in.
As soon as he throws a raise, they were already set up. Good rotations by the two supports of Quincy. We now see his associates are starting to react, bringing their two supports mid.
Yeah, Quincy really pulling out the reinforcements for that mid lane shift there. Content on leaving Yawar towards the bottom, but we are going to see a dissolve of the traditional laning phase at this point as they leave the cores back and behind.
Now they're bringing the rotation bottom, though. Both supports, Biver as well as SVG. Brax is 6 now. Doesn't have the most mana to work with, but he's got some backup.
All right. Well, Yawar's had the side camp to deal with for plenty of time, and with two supports nearby, I don't imagine too much trouble to come his way. Unless Fear is able to make the long rotation over, which it looks like he's on the way to help out with. SVG goes into Arctic Burn, but that's when Brax commits in the arena. Tries to go right to Yawar. Nice spear, sending him up towards the tower, closer and further away from his team. There's the burst. It's Moose who gets it done.
They actually got it before he's able to get the wand off. I think he lives if he gets the wand off. 0.1 second of keeping that chain stun.
That was 12 charges to work with.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nicely executed there by them. Brax baiting it out, just building up those wand charges so he has mana for both the blood as well as the spear.
And now we're seeing Nine kind of avoid the mid lane a bit, I imagine. He has got a side jungle to work through as he builds his way up to 7.5. Quinn has been more than confident to hang in the lane. Over level 8 now. He's got Laguna back in the pocket. And I imagine that any opportunity they have to use it, they're going to commit for it where possible. But okay. Ooh, Fear maybe trying to move in for the stun setup. Not going to quite catch
this
it.
Ogre skin, it still just gets to me. I feel like I haven't seen Ogre much in competitive play. I actually feel like I haven't seen him in pubs either, except for when the kind of first got released.
I mean, I haven't seen it either. I don't think anyone's seen it except Fear. He's seen it in his dreams, and therefore they see it in this draft. And they pulled out twice now. Maybe I'll be believers soon, as it still, essentially does its job. But jump in, cookie, catch. But they second guess, step off, somehow avoid the stun. Here comes MSS moving in. Laguna on top of the duel, and they burst down 9, and then they chuck a tip at him. Oh, MSS looking to make a good hit to the morale department, if you will, as they even the score 3-3.
I think that's not the initial target he was going for. I think he was like, oh, Snapfire, free duel, and then he's like, wait, Shadowfiend's standing right on top of me. All right, cool. Thank you.
That kind of fell into their lap. It seemed initially like a business associates were trying to make something happen. I know they've had their eyes on Quinn in particular for a while, but Quinn has help nearby. And, they have ults to keep working with and cooldowns to keep working with. And I like this move. Brax going for the bottom outpost at just before the 10-minute mark. Do they own both outposts? They do.
They do. They actually do.
This could be a problem, and boom. They will not be able to participate in the XP boost.
Oh, SVG actually kills away one of the bounty runes bottom. He still is using his Arctic Burn, so he gets speared over the wall. Inevitably, he will get chased down bottom here, but did kill the rune at least.
It's worth it. Takes out.
That's the support. Gotcha. You used your ult, and I killed the rune, idiot.
Yeah, but they're going to be like, well, we got the outpost, so you got no XP there, and we'll kill you. And essentially may not feel as good afterward. But this game feeling a bit closer. I feel like for the other two games, things were starting to begin to get unhinged a bit. Still looking pretty nice for Quincy in this one, certainly with the success that Quinn's been able to build up for himself in this mid lane as he's going to get the finish. Deny is there, though. 9 does not allow the gold.
Why didn't my stay denied? What? I have 9 muted. Oh, 1 second. MSS
Look,
gets the duel.
they flash down Moose. Gets the finish there. I'm sorry, 9 muted. As Fear takes a hard shot, they separate. Moose is going to be forced to use the rest of his Eye of the Storm on the side camp here. It's a very awkward approach here from both fronts. Maybe not expecting to have so many at attendance.
MSS is killing it on the Legion Commander this series. Both games, he had not the most favorable lane matchup in this game, being versus a Razor, but he's keeping up in net worth. He's making clean rotations. Yeah, he's having a crisp game. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't see him get the deny kill because I guess I have 9 muted.
Outposts being traded again as Brax rushes
Dire's
forward with the
top
back
tower
end of
is
his
under
smoke.
attack.
Oh, could walk into Biver. No, Biver instead just going to yoink. And is that Arena? No, that's Bulwark.
He gets
Okay.
the bulwark.
Oh, yeah. Rubik with Bulwark. Watch out. All right. I'm curious though what you do on the, especially on the business associate side of things, when you're able to build up some momentum, like with a Razor and with the Shadow Fiend, who is currently getting cursed
Gonna
up right
die.
now. Yeah. Oh my God. Just Laguna'd, Fade Bolted, and then SVG with the bank shot, Splinter Shot off the neutral creeps. Very nice. And 9 gets put into check yet again. He is trying to first cue a BKB on that Shadow Fiend. They're not done yet. They got fear as
Oh, the
well.
cookie.
Okay, was it a bait though? Jump in from Brax. Cookie set up into the arena. They're going to get Quinn down. A follow-up takedown onto Biver's also there. A killing spree for Brax. Oh, what a gauntlet. What a throwdown from business.
Beautiful. Oh, perfect cookie. Yeah, lands right on top of him. The bait is real from the ogre. Who gets the money? Moves 521. He's rich.
Good money.
Nice little response. They needed that pretty badly. Game was starting to get a little worrisome. Moo was the only one really just farming freely the whole time.
That was a 4 times kill streak on Quinn's head that Brax was able to get the last hit on, so he gets a little bit of extra money from that one. I was curious what he's going to be prioritizing next
Radiant's bottom
for
tower
his
is
team,
under attack.
because, again, they kind of lack the whole jump initiation, so I wasn't sure if it's going to be a blink, but he's
Dire are
going to be
scanning.
foregoing that and pushing forward to the utility part
Radiant's
first,
structures are fortified.
getting what I imagine being, what is it here, the, is he going to go Vlad's?
Radiant's bottom tower
Got a
is
buckler?
under attack.
Who's this for Brax?
For Brax?
I think he's just gonna go pipe right again.
Oh, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I think he just had the buckler was for laning phase. I think
Dire's top tower is under
he's got a
attack.
cloak now pulled out. And he's, yeah, he's
Yes.
got the hook queued up.
I mean, it's good. It's more damage mitigation and a help for the
Dire's
Lena
middle
problem
tower is
potentially.
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under attack.
they're pushing their way through this bottom lane. Not the biggest tower hitter there, but able to at least go a knock-in. While the rest of business, they're watching the mid lane to see if maybe someone's going to TP or show up. Even plants a ward too.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is
they're trying to
under
keep
attack.
control of this because they know all of
Dire's structures are fortified.
Quincy's up top. Quincy forces the
Radiant
glyph.
are scanning.
Both teams kind of mirroring each other's movements right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mid tower looks like that will be business associates.
Radiant
They've got their
structures are
bloodlusts out.
fortified.
The setup is now starting to come though. SVG, can he actually get a decent curse? Or now they're pretty split up. See what he's able to find here. Fear.
Stun onto MSS.
Brax is waiting for a good spot.
There it is. The arena. The arrow out. The bulwark. Oh, but MSS locks down the Shadow Fiend from behind. Duels him up. Quinn moves in. Laguna. You are on the retreat. SVG very low. They'll finish off Brax on the other side. But everybody a bit low on this. Quinn, though, looking to clean up. Moves in. Yule stun. Right clicks. Not quite enough. There's the finish. And now sweeps in. Moo. Oh, Cookie. Back. Nice catch. Gets the finish on the UR.
Man, I mean, the Mars ult, even though the spear ends up whiffing, the Mars ult plus the Snapfire ult is doing quite a lethal amount of damage. They do, though, MSS gets that duel on the Shadow Fiend, preventing like that Requiem follow-up, I believe, early on. It's pretty big. Kind of saving the fight for them for a temporary amount of time for them to get the follow-up kills. Still, I think ends up... the advantage goes to Business Associates a little bit, I think, in gold, because Razor goes back and farms a little bit more, but pretty close fight.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, thank goodness for MSS on the Quincy crew side of things. That
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend was really able to go in there and dish out that damage and get off that Requiem. That could be a very different story, but Quincy crew
And now
hold
he
out.
also finished. He finished up another like a pretty big item in this game. He has a blade mail finished up. So versus that Shadow Fiend, you know, if he does see the Requiem, he can just blade mail and walk near him, preventing him from really doing much of anything. Also, just good in general this game.
Yeah, it's funny for Blade Mail and Legion Commander. It's felt like it used to be like kind of a cookie cutter buildup, but has lately felt more niche. Even with Blade Mail receiving those recent buffs, the cheaper broadsword and the extra bit of damage. Oh, Laguna on the fear. All right, swift swipe takedown of the support. Follow-up curse. They want to make it a +1. Look at it going for Brax. Moose sweeping in. He gets tossed to the cliff nearby, and he's going to be forced to TP, but the missile. And now he's stuck in his spot. Moo.
Oh, no.
Trapped on the high ground. Can't make it away anywhere. Quinn poking at him. They're just going to leave it and ping him, and he's got to get bailed out. Can they evacuate Moo off the high ground? I don't think so.
Right now,
He's just getting tinged down. It's a cute turret, but not very effective. And now Quincy crew rolling out for the rest. They get a hold of Brax, start shooting him down from the backside, and it's Quinn with the double kill. This fight belongs to Quincy crew. Props to Biver with a nice toss-up on the Razor.
That was beautiful. Poor Moo. All his farm has been stopped now.
Right as he went for the TP, a homing missile donked him.
And now look at 9. 9's swimming. Oh my god, my cat's meowing at me for food now too. But 9, more importantly, 9 in the jungle.
Yeah, he's dead as hell. He thought that, if I get up
courier.
north, I'll be fine. Oh, that courier. That's not just any courier. That is the EG throw courier right there, sir.
That is.
Oh,
At bottom though, the supports.
What?
Supports are able to do it. They
Your
take
war
out your
throw.
war.
Your war throw? What's going on bottom lane? The supports snap him down.
All right. This game is crazy.
Yeah,
So oh!
Oh, what?
He almost just got moves down bottom with that overwhelming odds.
They're still floating around. These supports.
I mean, they're looking to go for MSS.
Oh,
now.
they
They're
have
gonna
Moo
go-
here,
we took
yeah.
out one core. They've shown themselves now, the ward.
Oh,
With the cookie.
It's enough for the stun. Oh, it's a lot. Ooh, they're second-guessing their commitments with SPG rolling in with the curse. He lands it on Defear, and Moo and all that new damage just burst down the Ogre.
It's a trap. They gotta run. The lean is coming. Now the Shadow
Nine's
Fiend's
here,
coming
though.
too. He doesn't have BKB done yet, and he only has 18 souls. He's not at the most powerful.
Yeah, he's not flexing a lot right now. He's got a baby pocket knife here for this fight. I don't know if he wants to really get his hands dirty. And while this happens, Quinn is just farming up and pushing down this mid lane. He's got a Blink Dagger now, so... Imp Claw.
I think he has even another item picked up. Pretty sure he had the Blink last one. Yeah, he has a full crit, a small crit on top of Yule's. 8, 1, and 3. This is this lean is pumping.
I want to see what other neutral items they've been able to pick up. All right, nothing too crazy.
Imp
nice
Claw
one for...
as well on the Lina, by the way. So
Yeah.
Imp Claw and Crystallis with damage talent.
Oh, wait,
This
he
is a
got the
very strong
Crystallis
Lina.
too? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I thought when you mentioned the crit, it was the Imp Claw.
No.
He's
Yeah,
got
he
crit
full
stick
crit,
too.
dude.
I mean, what other damage, I guess, at the moment do they have? Not too much. Gyro just casting everything he has with the Agnum Scepter, sure, but they want real right-click DPS coming out from Quinn.
I like it because the Razor, this is what my theory was when they picked it, right? It gives them, they picked the Lina and the Gyro because now they have these 2 range heroes versus Razor, so he can't actually always link in these scenarios, and Lina actually is a right clicker. She can become it if you do opt to go for this build, so this is a cool approach. And Quinn's playing it, he's playing this actually, like I said earlier, in the laning phase he played it phenomenally, and he's had very good setup throughout now this mid game.
Yeah, you mean, typically, Lina, a lot of her shortcomings, I guess, if there was a lot of outside pressure or roaming fours or anything of that nature, but that not the case this game. Ogre not moving around, Snapfire not moving around a whole lot. Quinn just got to have the one-on-one, the better matchup on paper, and really took it to the Shadow Fiend.
He doesn't need to worry about a blink on Mars because Mars doesn't have it, and now mid, Quinn.
Lots of damage
MSS,
onto
though.
MSS. Pops the Blade Mail, looks to run out. The Mortimer Kiss, the Spear not quite there, and MSS makes it out from the hailing gunfire from above and creates the space for himself to heal on up. Now, Quincy crew maybe feeling a bit more confident, knowing that one
Still
of the ults is down.
9, he's 200-ish gold away from the BKB. They don't want to fight before that.
Oh, but if I get this Ancient Camp, don't do it, sir. They're right there. He's got to run. Oh, Fear.
And now Fear is going to be the one caught in the back.
Sacrifice to create space for his other teammates here. But Shadow Fiend has to run back inside and just wait for the timer to have the gold on the BKB.
bottom tower
Yeah,
is
Quinn
under
really
attack.
9-1 and 3. Really just putting on a display this
Dire's
game.
bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You
Dire's
are though.
bottom
This is,
tower
round
is
3
under
that they picked the gyrocopter for him, and he's 1-4 this game again. They might just have to keep picking him gyrocopter so that he just gets it into his head. SVG might be onto something.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Brax?
what the obsession is with gyrocopter, but it seems to be working for him here. As they spot out Brax just outside. Really give him the Yule's treatment. And they're TPing all the way bottom here. Quinn into the trees. Going cross country. Misses the stun, though. Not going to be able to...
Look how eager he is, though. You can see how comfortable he is and how he's feeling himself this game already. He's like, I'm kicking ass. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, certainly 11.5K net worth advantage. Higher than the gyro still.
My cat is just running between my legs. I think it's dinner time.
Yeah, they asked if I could commentate these games at home. I definitely could not with my kid, but oh goodness.
The duel
Okay,
after
okay.
the curse, and 9 is
Oh
just dead.
my god. That was the
That was
BKB debut as well.
Yep. Cursed immediately on top of the BKB. MSS closes the gap, gets the duel. Now they can go high ground.
Yep. Quinn with the DD. What are you gonna do? Brax moonwalking. He's ready. I love the shield movement. It's like the funniest thing ever.
Oh,
to
yeah.
me.
And I just
I'm with you.
Brax more than anyone, he's just like smiling
He was
and laughing.
trolling around with it for sure.
Yeah.
Ends up eating the rocket anyways, but his home base is crumbling before him. He's got teammates pushing out the bottom lane, knowing that they do not have their full potential yet to go for the defense. Maybe they'll consider it here on the second set.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's the next one. Okay, smoke's out. Here we go. Business Associates. Still need about 10 seconds for a BKB.
I mean, Fear's trying to initiate, but
Oh, he sidesteps that
an
cookie.
ogre.
They're chasing out. They're chasing out. Let's see. Quincy, do you want to bait him back in?
Dude, 9 has no souls and just a naked BKB. This is the poorest Shadow Fiend ever.
Oh, you are.
You are, though.
Did he hang too far behind? He did. And he goes down. It's just the Aegis. And now Quincy are going to be fighting in for his second life. Brax throws down the arena, gets the nice spear back. Can they burst him down with a Requiem? Yes!
Oh my god, they do.
They finish off Yawar. Is this it for Business Associates? Have they finally turned the tide? The chase is out. They're looking to go for Quinn. Quinn turns around, gets the Yules out onto Mars. Now wants to go into toe-to-toe with 9. Swings it out, gets stunned up from Fear. They throw him into the tree, and they can't finish him off. They got the cold embrace. They're bailing him out for now, but there's no chance for Quinn. Both mighty cores from the Quincy crew will fall. And Business Associates chasing forward. The constant stun setup from this Ogre and the chase capability. Is that the potential? Is that what Fear loves about this Ogre? It's working
9.
right here.
MSS, he's in.
MSS, the last true core for the team still alive, thinking that he can go in and get some redemption, but could be throwing away his own life here. Nice kill right there, sniping Fear on the back lines, but wow, MSS
Is he gonna go back in?
very
MSS
tanky.
is thinking about it. He's got the duel.
It's a 3-on-2 right now. Spear back, bulwark, cold embrace.
Razor's back. But now
Another
Gyro's coming
cookie.
back too.
Moose gets that finish onto MSS, and now Moose back in. But here's Yawar, back from the dead. Gets the rocket finish. Mars going to be out in nearly 50 seconds. Does have a buyback. What a ridiculous fight. Business Associates chasing out their base, and I guess Quincy not quite prepared for it. Yawar just a little far from the pack, and look what it amounts to.
That was an interesting series of events. So, we'll go back a minute and a half where Yawar doesn't get his BKB up and gets speared and then requiemed and burst down. And then they get the chase on Quinn. Pretty nice combo there coming up from Business Associates. And yeah, Quincy, got to be a little bit careful of that. They're still in a comfortable spot, but don't want to be giving any type of opportunities.
Yeah, that's the best thing that Business Associates have had going for themselves in quite a while. Oh no, Fear to the high ground. He does have a TP. And a cookie,
Or a
obviously.
cookie.
Yeah, that works too. The Rubik
And speaking of
counter.
Cookie, You were mentioning about the Aghanim Snapfire. Have you seen what moves has?
Oh my goodness. 2
He's
components
kinda
away
cute.
go for the Agnems. Hell yeah. I want to see some Mars bombs coming out. Or Requiem bombs or something. Do you think it'd just be all for the save, though? Do you think that would be the best utility for it in this particular game? Or do you think it could be...
I mean, he can. A duel comes out, he just grabs him up and spits him away.
True? Oh, man. I want to see the Operation Grandma Drop or something. Just throwing out and catching Quincy Crew off guard. That would be something special. But here they are, stuck inside. Quincy Crew circling the perimeter. Roche may respawn in about 30 seconds. We could see them hold out for the security of the extra life.
Yeah, are they close to anything big? I see Quinn's getting near a BKB. Yawar
Dire's top
still pretty far
barracks
from a
are under
Lincoln's.
attack.
Maybe they just back up, wait for the bounties, let Quinn finish up the BKB, play it a little careful. Just play on like the defensive a little bit.
Okay, but...
Right now it is Business Associates on the aggression. It does seem like, yeah, they know this is happening. Looking at the lane positioning, top, there's creeps in the base. No one's killing those.
Yeah, they're,
You know,
they're
the
up to
Business
something
Associates is looking
fishy.
for smoke.
They'll
Yeah.
see the outpost being taken away, and then you can kind of get the idea that Business Associates are taking over the southern half of the map. So we'll see Quincy Crew head up north here with the smoke real deep.
Okay.
They draw out a line. They're going to head all the way up north. They're going to move in for the
Ooh,
top
sneaky.
lane. Yeah, and try to pull out Business Associates. They see them bottom. I wonder if they'll just go rushing in or something.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
As soon as
attack.
they see him.
Well, they're pulling back now on the Quincy Crew side. And they're pinging the
Nine's gonna
defense.
show his face.
I think they're going to have to defend it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
they're
under
not
They're
fighting.
gonna just take the rush. They'll just settle.
What do Business Associates do here? If they're not going to rush into the base, they see they're not defending it, they have to know they're doing Roche.
Roshan
Yeah.
has fallen to the Radiant.
That's the BKB and the cheese now for Quinn, also level 20, so he's got his fiery soul stacks. This Lina is terrifying. Now she has no real threat of... She can just stand her ground pretty much. The only thing she has to worry about, I guess, is getting blinked. If
Yeah.
she does want to hold her
If
ground.
they
that's
blink
about
lock her down right here, and she's not able to get the BKB off, that would be a problem. But,
Yeah.
oh, they're chasing for her. Do they have any catch? There's the blink. Forward, spear, but the
He gets
Yules.
the Yules off.
BKB has to follow, and now the team has to be here and quickly be business pull off. They say, good, wasted BKB charge. Let's back off. They
He
didn't have
just got it delivered on courier, too. They look
Look at
to
this.
go
They
again.
smoke
They're
and
actually
they'll
going to
fight.
re-smoke.
Yeah, they'll fight with the BKB being down. Who can they catch? Yawar's going to be out front. Fear's heading that way.
SVG.
If they get the Wyvern, that could be a clutch save. Take it off the table. Moves with his own BKB. Quickly gets cursed up, but they still manage to finish off SVG inside the arena. Looking to go for the Requiem. They have to pop the BKB. Quinn right-clicking. Murders 9, but finds himself in a bit of trouble. Eats the cheese. Gets all of his health back. Tries to fight to Brax, but Quinn gets taken down himself. Moo coming in with a lot of damage. Whips him down. Chases on. They find out Viver, and he will also be taken down. Yawar stepped out of that business, went to the top lane, and avoided the further conflict. Oh my God! Look at the damage from the Razor.
They split the fight super hard there. The Shadow Fiend jumped on the left side and forced a lot of tension with the Mars. Meanwhile, the Razor actually gets not a full link, but like 130, I want to say 126 damage link on the Gyrocopter, and then just leaves him. Because he's like, all right, Gyro has no damage, and then he comes and joins and helps versus the Lina. So that was actually a really nicely taken fight there by Business Associates, and yeah, Quincy just split up a bit too much there. They did get a good duel, MSS as well as Quinn. But yeah, the wraparound from Business Associates was a bit too good there.
Well, they caught Yawar's courier. He's
far up, too.
His Lincoln's was coming, or at least the recipe was, or something. But he loses that. Oh, jump in duel, quick catch, quick kill, onto Fear, and BKB committed from 9. But the curse
9.
that must have just came off cooldown, I think. Well, they commit for it regardless. 9 goes in, they pop him down. Moo's going to get lifted, and they look to go for the Razor next, but he's pretty fast. Jumping from MSS. There's the Splinter Blast. Arena committed from Brax. Self-cold embrace from SVG, and they're going to put their targets elsewhere. They're looking to go in for Yawar. Yawar has no mana left, and now all of his damage getting sucked away. That will be his Aegis. Quinn moving in. Oh, my goodness. The Mortimer Kiss is actually doing pretty good damage there. But Quinn is going to be able to fight forward, and they finish off Fear. That was his buyback.
Oof. 9 with some pretty big mistakes there. Wanting to just blink Requiem combo, but ends up just being for nothing. He doesn't really do much of anything on the target he jumps on, and then he gets cursed.
There it
oh,
is.
No.
Brax goes flying in from the great beyond. I think Moose has his Agnum Scepter.
He does.
And Brax is,
But
he
Moo
doesn't
just dies now, though.
Brax doesn't even have arena. He just gets thrown into the fire. It just didn't look like I didn't even know what's going on. Oh, he's dead now. Has to buy back. Here we go. Moo is the real damage dealer now. But Yawar muscles the BKB.
8 seconds for gobble up. 8 seconds for gobble up.
Do it again.
Oh no, he's cursed.
He got cursed. Does he have buyback? No. Damn.
And Moo now going to get right-clicked down by Quinn.
Yeah.
He will die.
Oh, man. Quinn, you know, it's deserve it that he gets to close the game out with a double kill because his showing on Lena was impeccable here. The chef's kiss, I like to say. Very nice stuff. I don't know. I know that this meta and most metas, it's not just about winning the lanes, but my God, this series felt like it. It felt like each team was out to just win lanes, and if they won the lanes, they would win the game.
Yeah, the winning lanes, and then I think Shadow Fiend is. It's always going to be a risky pick for me. I think that hero has never changed, in my opinion, of how he is. He's had some levels of where he spiked really, really hard and really popular, but overall, it's a risk hero, and I think Quinn exposed the Shadow Fiend quite a bit this game with that last pick, Lena. He knew exactly what he needed to do from the laning phase. He had his number. What did Quinn actually end as? 14-3 and 9. 9 ended as 2-8 and 7. So really good last pick and overall good play by Quincy crew in this one.
And that was their debut in the Beyond the Summit Pro Series. So props to Quincy crew. They'll be taking their first series win. We'll probably be seeing a lot more of them as the days go on, since it was just their first series. But that is going to be wrapping up things for this one. We'll be rolling into the next series right away. This one did go 3 games, so I imagine we're going to be getting right into it. And if I hit a couple of buttons here, like this button first, there we go. You'll see that coming up next, it is Crazy versus Thunder Predator. When we come back live, we'll be right into the draft. But Fogged, any early impressions about this matchup? I know you probably haven't been able to really watch through a lot of the games from either of these teams, but you know, Thunder Predator have looked pretty dang strong. Certainly the